What's up, suckers, and welcome back to Everything Courtney. Go watch the ad. You thought this was a party, go watch it. Welcome back. So today, guys, I am going to be telling you guys 5 things about me. Now, yes, I have done this video before. You don't have to tell me. However, things do change, and I feel like it's nice to, like, you know, keep people up to date, keep y'all up to date with what's like going on in my life and like things about me, because hello, I didn't tell you everything, and like you never tell people everything about you. You just like reveal it over time, and then you like just take time, then you reveal some more, but you know, you gotta be smart about it. So that's what we're doing today, okay? Oh, you heard that pop up it? Again, no. That's one thing about me, I'm getting old. First things first, that motor in the background is definitely my loud behind heater. It is chilly, chilly winds on below. Oh, damn, I'm telling you, chilly, chilly, chilly winds on below. Oh, yeah. Anyways, it's chilly here in Atlanta, and I'm so excited. So, yeah, the heat's running a little bit. Number 1, it's kind of ridiculous, but you know how I like wear retainers because I like had braces a few years ago? Yeah. So like I don't have to wear them all day, but I do have to wear them at night if I want to maintain the structure of my teeth. Now, however, I do have a bottom retainer that I actually popped, and I'm gonna get a top one put in when I get the bottom fixed, because it is just ghetto to have to wear a retainer. I don't always wear my retainer every night. Guilty. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I just don't feel like getting back up to get it because I leave it by my sink. And okay, so some nights I put my retainers in, right? And I'll start saying my prayers, but my retainers, like sometimes, you know, like if you don't wear my night or something like that, they kind of like don't fit all the way. You gotta let them kind of like push your teeth out the way so they can like fit in there, like move. So when I get in my bed, I'm like, oh, let me say my prayers before I fall asleep. I be trying to pray out loud to God, because if I say it in my head, I just start kind of like not making sense, and then I be asleep. So I be saying my prayers out loud, but sometimes like my retainers make me talk weird, or like they don't fit yet, so they be like flopping my mouth a little bit. So I'm like, okay, God, I'm not sure if you heard me correctly when I said about my husband, so let me make sure you hear me right. So I take them out or whatever. I may doze off, and then I wake up the next morning like my mouth feels awfully free. I'm like, where's my retainers? Oh my God, where's my retainers? I will literally take my retainers off, and I will have them in my hand while I'm praying, fall asleep, and then wake up somewhere with them lost. I did it the other day. I'm like, where the heck is my retainers? And now you have to be careful when you lose them because they're clear. So I'm like, I don't want to break them. So I'm like patting the bed. I had the bottom row in. That's what makes it so bad. I had the bottom ones in. The top ones, however, were the ones that were lost. So I'm in my bed like patting the bed, and then she's like, where is these retainers? Oh my gosh. I'm on the floor looking down. It's first thing in the morning. I'm getting ready for work, so I'm like already trying to like get it together. Don't really want to look at the light yet, but I gotta like flash it with my phone to find my retainers. I don't want to shake the blanket because if they fly off, you know, I don't need them to hit the wall and break or something. So yeah, I did find them, and most times I just find them in the bed. Embarrassing. And sometimes I take them out too if like I said, if I don't wear them for a while and they're kind of tight in my mouth, so I take them out because they be hurting a little bit. I'd be like, okay, woohoo, let me give it a second, and then I may fall asleep, and then now I gotta look for my retainers because but they working. I wear them enough, so there's that. I gotta really stop, put my retainers in my hands while I'm praying, and then wake up with them laying next to my leg, because that's where I found the last one. It was next to my leg. Thank God I didn't like roll over on it or something. Duck. Number 2, I know I'm not the only person who does this, and I can't wait for y'all to tell me who else do it. So you ever be like, just listen to music that really make you happy or whatever, just like puts you in a good mood, and you just like go out into a full concert? And now I don't mean like necessarily singing out loud. I will put both my AirPods in, and then I will like lip sync, but I have a whole concert, and the concert I see in my head is just like phenomenal. Sometimes I just have these full concerts, right? And it varies. Sometimes I'm a worship leader at church, and sometimes I'm a Beyonce. It really just happens, whatever comes on shuffle. I just be going in, right? But it always that moment where I be like, ooh, who watching me? You just feel like, you know, somebody just watching. So you be like, oh, I can't really do everything I want to do because somebody watching me, ain't they? And I don't need that to turn into like a real deep rooted paranoia where I be tripping when I get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be walking around here like they looking at me, they follow me, they follow me. Come get me. I don't want to be that. So I need to get that under grasp. But for some reason, I always felt like they watching, like somebody watching me do this. You know, I live in an apartment. Somebody could put a camera here from before they moved out. Maybe the vent system to make these people. I don't know. I don't trust people. You know, somebody watching me through the TV, through the camera. Y'all watching me now. See what I'm talking about? People be watching me. I don't know. But I be getting in though. Like when I was younger, I used to be like full outfit. I ain't had no shame back then. I would go put on heels, shorts, crop top, whatever I had, and then get the broomstick. Me and my sister be in the living room, put on a full performance. Especially that Beyonce album where Ring the Alarm was on, where she was like having videos and you could put a DVD in. Let me tell you something. I knew all the choreography, whole performance. Now, I don't know if it's just like adult embarrassment set in or just like, what are you doing? But I do be performing like, yeah. I mean, I like to sing, I like music, so to God be the glory. I was getting to the money type thing, you know? Yeah. Next, the third thing is like something I'm sure a lot of people deal with, and it's not a joke. Obviously this is very serious because it can affect you multiple ways, mentally, especially emotionally, physically, financially if it gets to that point. But at times I will be transparent enough to tell you that I battle with body dysmorphia, and I have a whole transparency please video coming out this week on that, so make sure you are subscribed, your notifications are turned on, because I am going to talk about that very delicate, very serious, very important topic. I feel like it's one of those things where people like don't always recognize that they're dealing with it, or they don't really have a word to put with it, I guess like a scientific term. And then a lot of times you may deal with people like dismissing it from you, like, girl, you look good, or you tripping, you know, you bomb, or you could lose a little weight. Like people say things to you and they don't realize, hey, I'm battling against this. You may see me this way, but when I look in the mirror, I may see something totally different. And it's okay in terms of saying, okay, I recognize what I'm doing, but also taking the necessary steps to like eradicate those thoughts and to put in place like, you bomb, diggity, can't nobody be you but you. The way you look, how you smell, how you feel, how you walk, how you talk, everything about you, it just bomb. Okay, period. And that body you in, amazing. Okay, and you know, I understand like God created us uniquely, wonderfully in his image. I am wonderfully made. I know God made me wonderful. However, I made these rolls on my stomach when I was eating them crab legs and all them pancakes, you know. So that wasn't God, that was me. So it's what I did. For me, it's what I did. But because God makes no mistakes in the way he made us, and this isn't my first time dealing with it. I dealt with body dysmorphia when I was way smaller, looking like a little crackhead on the street. You know, I hated how small I was. I couldn't put on weight for nothing. My metabolism was crazy. And now, and this grown woman body, I still be battling with it, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm like, okay, this weight settling in places where I don't want it. When I turn a certain way, I can feel the rose touch on my back and my side, and I don't like that. High-waisted jeans sometimes be like good, but they be also revealing my pouch. And I be like, wait a minute, poof be gone, but it be like poof sight, here I am. So, you know, it's just a journey. But for anyone who's dealing with it, please check out the video, because you are not alone. Do not think you're the only person in this world. Like our mind, the enemy loves to tell us that you are not by yourself, okay? And it's not just for women, it's for men too, because they deal with stuff, not just like our physical bodies, like our shapes, but sometimes our features, our hair, our skin, our, you know, anything about us that we may over scrutinize on ourselves and may not think we fit some standard that really doesn't exist, because we are the standard for ourselves. So please check that video, because we in this together. Now y'all would be like, that like, just be like, okay, I got so much in my mind. Whenever I need to figure out something, whenever I need to like decompress, if I'm stressed, irritated, or if I'm just like in a moment of like trying to figure something out and I'm not really sure how to go about it, I'm not really sure how to, you know, just I'm trying to calm down or whatever the case may be, I am a cleaner. Now when I say clean, I will clean everything. I did it the other day. I just came home and I was frustrated about something, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna clean up because I got so much stuff to do, but I'm gonna clean up. I cleaned the entire kitchen. I came in my room and cleaned up, which my room never is really a mess. I don't That's the thing too. I don't do well in mess. Like I can't dwell well in mess. So I have to have cleanliness. Like it is next to godliness. Hello. But I will do things that require steps because the order is what I'm after. I realize, you know, when you start learning your stuff, you kind of figure things out. I am after order. So with cleaning, there's an order to it. Okay, I'm gonna clean the dishes or load the dishwasher. Okay, cool. I'm gonna wipe down the counters. Okay, that's done. Now I can sweep the floors. Okay, cool. Now I can mop the floors. Cool. And now I can light my candle. Clean, done. And then the whole time, I don't have to really think about what's next because you just kind of already know. And so I can be contemplating on what it is I need to really figure out. And that's really how I do well with that. And I feel like it's something that I've done more than I have been aware of, probably even growing up. But I like order. I like steps for things. I don't like to have to be like, ooh, what's next? I like to know. And so, but I also like surprises. So little surprises. It depends. Yeah, and it's not a bad thing. I'd rather do that than like stress eat or like stress not eat or things like that. Or cook. Cooking is also another thing I really go to for figuring stuff out because it like I said, it requires orders. I can't really eat the chicken till I season chicken. Cook the chicken, put it on the plate, get some sides, get some veggies, now eat, you know? However, I am aware that it is a positive attribute about me, but it can also be a negative one because I can also use that as a tactic of avoidance. If I have something I know I need to be doing, like even filming a video today, instead of going right into it, I just rearrange my room. My bed has not been on this wall in I don't know how long, and I put it back in a different way. I rearranged some storage things in here, start moving stuff around. I'm like, okay, Courtney, now you're just avoiding what you need to do. And I don't really know why, because most times what I need to do isn't like so hectic or like so burdensome that it's just like, oh, it's gonna take so much. It doesn't. I'm just sitting here talking to y'all, but you know, it's something I have to also be more cognitive of about myself. Just another thing of learning you is like, okay, if I do that, I need to check myself and not allow myself to entertain it. So once, you know, I moved my bed and then like some of my storage things in here, I was like, Courtney, that's it. Because my mind said, you should also move that over here and do this and do that. Oh, you should go to the store and get that. And I had to be like, no, you're gonna film for YouTube today. So I'm here, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, I keep looking over there because I keep looking at that shelf and I'm thinking about like, I really wanna put it over there. I'm gonna film these videos first because I am dedicated, God. Know yourself, learn yourself, do better, you know, be better. Number 5. Okay, this is like something when did this start? I'm the type of person who will buy a book and not read it. Okay, so growing up, I was a total nerd. I would read books in a day and a night. I would get chapter books, start reading it from the moment I got it in the library till we left, till we got home, and be halfway done with it. Like, I loved reading. My parents would punish me by taking my books away. That was the only thing that really hurt me. And then like 7th grade, this cute boy was in my class. I'm like, oh, books, hold on, what's his name? You know, so I'd rather read him. And so yeah, that's that. But I have always had such a vivid imagination, and it stemmed from the books. Now as an adult, most of the books you read are kind of like more adult books, self-help book, or even nice fictional books or whatever. I haven't read a book in its entirety in a while, and I have like 7 new books in my house that I brought. I love going to the bookstore. Recently brought some new stuff. I can walk around and just like be in there for hours. When I build my dream home, it has to have a library. I want it full of books. I want one of those sliding ladders like Belle had in Beauty and the Beast. Like, I love it. However, I do need to find a time to actually sit down and read these books because they are some really good books. And some of them I did start, some of them I started and now I don't remember. And I want to finish them. I really want to start challenging myself with things to do, getting my life better in order to actually complete it and read these books, because why do I have them if not? I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking at like 6 books right now that I need to read, and I only started like 3 of them, but not started them enough to be like, I'm almost done. Like, I need to restart all of them. Pathetic. I mean, I guess it's better than buying like shoes and clothes, but it's still spending money because books really aren't that cheap, especially because I like hardback books. I don't really like paper books that much. I did, however, buy a bunch of the books I used to read as a child. Now, one of my guilty pleasures as a child was the Series of Unfortunate Events series. Now, I haven't brought those because I just don't really need to buy any more books right now. But once I get some shelving, I probably will get the whole collection. I probably would buy all, I think it's 13 of them. I did watch a show and a movie. I love it. However, I also used to read these books called Gilda Joyce. She was like this little psychic investigator. I love them. The first one was great. The second one, Lady of the Lakes, I think it was. I don't know. It's like a bunch of them. I have about 4 of them. 3 or 4 of them. And I started actually reading 2 of them again. But I'm like, Courtney, stop starting stuff and not finishing it. I need to see stuff. I need to see things to the end. And that's another thing about learning about myself. Is like you need to learn to see stuff to the end. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I recently brought the Little Fires Everywhere book from the Hulu show with Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. That show was so freaking good. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. This is not a paid promo, but it is something worth watching, okay? I want to read the book to see how compatible it is with the show. Knowing the ending for most things really don't ruin it for me. Like, I'm more of the person like, okay, well, let me figure out how it got there, you know? So I feel like if I read this book, I already know some of the book because I've seen the whole first season of the show, so I kind of want to see how they parallel. And I also want to finish it before the new season comes out, so I kind of see how they parallel. That actually would be a nice hobby, to start reading books that has TV shows or movies attached to it, to see how they kind of go. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's 5 things about me. I don't think I said any of those before. If I did, sorry, repeated it myself. Okay, it happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you check out all my other videos. I love you guys. Be safe out there, and remember, Black Lives Matter. Bye. See you in a second, suckers.